He's only had the one valid throw, Steve, look, that opener. And it's a slender lead. He'd love to put another metre or two on that. Oh, I think he just has. He's off.
Well, you know, that you can just see with the flight the Discus says is just hanging out there a little bit longer and then rewarded with what we think will be a lead. Yeah, 68-64 indeed.
Can you imagine this fella with a rugby ball under his arm? People would be bouncing off him. Whenever I see him set off at a pace like that, I think he could do some damage in that sport that so many of us love. Yeah, not bad. 68-64. 68-64. He threw in the fourth round to extend his lead slightly. Oh, no. Don't think that's any better, or was it? Maybe it was. He loves it. He's throwing consistently now. 67-33 his opener. It's a no throws. Had no throws in the second and third round. Now they made it through to this point. In third place coming into this sixth and final round. Che with 66-62. That was in the first round for him. That got him third. Guzius, 66-97, was in round 3. Che, by the way, only had 2 valid throws in his first 5 efforts. Guzius had a couple of 66s, that was the best. Daniel Ståhl, the outstanding favourite in front of the home crowd, opened with a 67-metre effort. Then in round 4, this one went out to 68-64. He fouled out in round 5, even though it looked pretty big. And that is the way it sits. Che will throw first, Guzius next, and Ståhl will close the competition. But this round, as far as these three are concerned, is what decides first, second, third. Forget everything that's gone before. Opportunity for an upset. Che, as Steve has mentioned, quite a contrast between the build of this fella. Only 22, the Slovenian. This monstrous wingspan. European under-23 record holder already. He threw 70-35 just last week, last Saturday, in fact. Well, that's around 65 metres. It's not as good as his first round effort, but it's his one valid effort in terms of where he can finish in this first 3. It puts down a marker for Guzius and Ståhl to have a go at. 64-74. He'll be a little bit frustrated that wasn't better. But the contrast in the shape of Che with Guzius here, who is really bulky and powerful, and then of course Ståhl himself, who is a massive fella. Plenty of power behind that disc. Extreme contrast. Now, Guzius, his 6th and final round effort. And that, very, very similar. Well, 64-74 by Che. I don't think Guzius has gone as far. I reckon that was about 64 metres. So he might have elevated himself in this final round from third to second. Christian Che. No, 63-43. Guzius drops to third. That's where he will finish. And now Ståhl, can he put the competition beyond doubt? If he no throws, of course, then he will finish in third place, despite having had the longest throw of the day. That's the way this increased jeopardy of the final 3 system works. But 64-74 would do it. And surely the Swede can go further. And he does. And he does. Well, I think that might be almost as good as his 4th round effort, 68-64. It's certainly the best of this 6th and final round, and he is a more than worthy champion. These two reversed their positions in the 6th round. Che finishing second, 64-74. Guzius third, 63-43. And the mark for Ståhl, 68.23, not as far as his round 4 jump, but by far the best of the 6th round. And indeed, it underlines, Steve, the fact that he's had the 3 longest throws of the day.
Yeah, dominant again, and you know he usually is in Stockholm, and I know how much he wants to please the crowd. He knows that all eyes are on him, and why not? He's a massive hero of Swedish athletics. Just lovely wind up, and look at that, nicely balanced this time. That was almost a disdainful throw. You know, you almost look really relaxed there. You thought, I only have to throw 64, 65 meters. I do that, you know, I don't know how many times a day he's throwing that far, but yeah.
But you know full well that in elite sport, the more relaxed you are sometimes, the better the performance comes out. You just let it flow, isn't it? The inner game, you don't think about it. You just
and I think, you know, sometimes when he comes in front of his crowd here in Stockholm, that doesn't quite happen, that he really wants to, you know, produce the big throw. And you know, he's throwing far enough, of course he is, to win, but he knows